The Black Swan Research Initiative is a project where we are trying to go for a very big advance in myeloma. We have seen many incremental advances, but the whole idea behind Black Swan was that we need to go for a dramatic improvement.
For the first time, we are able to treat myeloma in a more effective way. With novel combinations, we can achieve deep response. And we suddenly realized that the deep responses were so deep that maybe some patients could in fact achieve cure.
So establishing a tool to measure success of therapy, minimal residual disease negative state, was the first step.
To track the myeloma at very low levels, we needed new testing. We needed to be able to have sensitive and standardized testing to monitor the disease.
So far, in the last 2-3 years, we've really come down to a technique that can measure myeloma cells at 1 to 10 to the minus 6 level, extremely high sensitivity. This is the next generation flow method. Now that we have a way of assessing how effective our therapy is, the next phase of the Black Swan Research Initiative is to try and see if we can develop a chemotherapy regimen that can potentially cure multiple myeloma.
We're so excited to be moving forward into phase 2. And the first step of the phase 2 is the start of what we call the CURE trials.
This is going to target patients with high-risk smoldering multiple myeloma and deliver the best available myeloma therapy to such patients and assess minimal residual disease or MRD negative state over time. The unique thing about the Black Swan Research Initiative trial that is planned is that it's not only using the best available tools to treat myeloma, but it's applying it at a stage where patients have generally not been treated at all.
For patients who do not achieve an MRD negative status, patients who do have residual disease after treatment, is that MRD resistant to therapy that we have been using? And so now, we have multiple projects. We are so pleased to have several investigators from around the world starting to focus on the study of MRD-resistant disease. Why are these myeloma cells resistant to therapies thus far? What is the basis for that? And what new therapies can we use to overcome this resistance? What new trials do we need to evaluate this resistance and move forward to eliminate those resistant cells?
Up until this point, all we ever talked about was how would we make multiple myeloma a chronic disease that would be controlled. The Black Swan Research Initiative is our best effort to try to find a cure based on the information that exists today about possible paths to find that cure.
I just think that it deserves a lot of attention from a lot of people. I hope there are a lot more donors like myself, private donors that can jump on the bandwagon and help out. I know that the large grants are government and pharma, but I think as individuals, it's a good idea to get involved and help, because we're so close.
Donors are understanding that this is going to make a difference. This may be the project which makes a difference and starts to cure myeloma.
Just the thought that it's related to the word cure is so exciting and something that I really didn't think I would see in my lifetime.
Forget about what you might read in the literature from a few years ago. It's ancient history. We are going to get a cure. We are very close. It's just a matter of defining it. We might even be partly there now. We just don't know it.
That is really important for myeloma patients, to be able to convert the fear they have when they were diagnosed originally to a hope that says, if not me, somebody I know or my children or my grandchildren will be able to be cured of myeloma.
What is going to be truly exciting is to start to document that we are achieving cures, that patients are staying in remission for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years.
A cure was something that we talked about, but it was almost like a fantasy, a faraway dream, you know, like looking at some castle in the distance that we hope to get to. And now we know that the cure is coming, and that Black Swan Research Initiative will be the entity that will get us there.